And 3, 2, you'll probably see a message.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jamie Williams. That's at Jamie_the_poet. And today we are back with Bay Area Creatives Summer Slams. And this Summer Slam is completely different from all other Summer Slams. And let me tell you why. This Summer Slam is the last Summer Slam of 2021. Now, this year has been weird. This year has been fun. This year has been a lot of things. And one of those things is poetic. Every single week, we would offer these writing workshops to amazing schools and students all over the country. And we get together and we write. And today we're going to have a 2-round slam. Count them with me. 1, 2. Yes, a 2-round slam where the kids are going to come up and they're going to show you the best poetry that they have to offer. So what you got to do is make sure you show a lot of love. Now, how will poetry be scored? You may be asking. Well, we have 5 very qualified judges. Are there 5 judges? I think. We have 3. We have 3 very qualified judges. And by qualified, I mean that they care about poetry. And that's the only qualification you need. Judges, you can score these poets on a sliding scale of 0.0 to 10.0 with 1 decimal point. What does that mean? A 10.0 is like your childhood superhero visited you in a dream, gave you $1 million, and you were so happy in that dream. And when you woke up, you realized that you weren't dreaming, that you actually had $1 million, and they were making an anime about your life where you get to be the superhero. That is a 10.0. A 0.0 is your childhood superstar, visits you in your dream, takes $1 million from you, burns your house down, takes your cat, kidnaps your dog, and then they fuse them together to make a weird cat dog, and Nickelodeon is making a reboot of it, and it is not funny anymore. It is not funny anymore. That's not even a 0.0. That's like a 5.4. To be honest, you gotta work really, really hard to get a 0.0, like incredibly hard. Judges, what I always say is give 5 points on the writing. Is the writing strong? Is the writing important? Is the content something that needs to be heard? And give the other 5 points on performance. Was the poet reading off of their phone? Was the poet using their body in ways to tell this story with their poetry? Was the poet levitating while a shining arrow on their forehead lighted up and took them to the spirit world? I don't know. Poets, you know what to do. In this slam, poets are also able to use props and musical accompaniment, something we usually don't do in slams, but you know, it's the Summer Slam. We're not in school. We get to bend the rules a little bit. Poets will be reading in the first round in this order. Now, I can't hear you, but I'm going to ask that you say, woo, after each name. I just scared my cat, Roya. I'm so sorry. I love you, baby. After each poet, I want you to say, woo, and it's going to go like this. Mildred, woo, Ramona, woo, Elise, woo, Ko, woo, 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 and Kai. Woo! These are some incredible poets. I've had the wonderful honor of leading a writing workshop with, I'm pretty sure most, if not all of these poets. But I've also heard all of these poets perform before, and they are incredibly amazing. Judges, get ready to start judging. But before that, we're going to have a calibration poet, a sacrifice, somebody to come up and warm the mic, right? When you go to a restaurant, they don't give you cold food. They give you hot food. They got to heat up the food first, right? And that's what we're going to do. So when I say on deck, that doesn't mean you're about to perform. It means that you're about to perform after the person who's going to do it, right? So on deck, we have the first poet in the actual slam, Mildred. But coming up to the virtual stage right now, you know him, you love him. He taught me how to do poetry when I was 14 years old. Make some noise for Patrick!
What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? Thank y'all so much for being here. Let me sacrifice in this thing. So to keep with the theme of weird, wild, and dark, I'm going to freestyle like 50% of this poem so as to bring in some weirdness and some wildness and some new things. All right, here's how it goes. I see music rippling through the air, a beat weaving all things together, like the sound of trolley cars bouncing down my street, potentially with people tied up underneath them. Which way are you gonna pull the track? Which way are you gonna pull the track? What if the trolley's coming to you? What if the trolley's coming to your best friend? What if a person's pregnant? Which way are you gonna pull the track? How are we gonna decide these things? The space between the hi-hat and the snare, the trolley and the track is an eternity. A pen dances happily across the page, like laughter leaping from belly to sky. Who says what morality is? The people who have killed the most people, who have colonized the most people, who have taken over the most people. So often we write poems about what it means to be good, what it means to be just. These very ideas of good and just perhaps are created by the people who killed the most people. But we have creativity, weaving all things together. Cave paintings are the oldest poems, scratched with ancient flower dye to tell us where the animals are. The artists of today are in need of audiences like bees need pollen clinging to the petals of flowers. This desperation is blocking the creative process. This desperation is woven into our societies, into our schools, where we decide that my worth is defined by the grade I get on the test, where I discover that my voice is not on the test, where I discover that the test exists to chop me up into a category where I can bring a grade home and my parents can say, you got an A, you're a good kid. I want to do away with all of that. And these poems, these musics, these beats that we are all making today, they just have less places to go. Our fingers, they still grip pens though. Ink stains prints. The molecules that live inside each creative moment still dance together like that laughter in the belly. And teachers and students, we still write together like fabric in an ancient rug. It's just now we do it over Zoom, peering at each other through the screen, searching for some sort of human connection. Hands are connected to bodies we can't see, but we know are there, are feeling something, are every bit as creative as they have ever been.
Oh yeah, y'all, snap it up, clap it up, shake your limbs, make some noise for Patrick starting out this slam. And Patrick also brought up a very good point that I forgot to mention, poets. In the first round, you get an extra point if your poem is on the theme of today's slam, a dark, weird, or deep philosophical question. Does that mean that your poem have to fit that criteria? Not at all. Do whatever you want. You're a poet, break the rules. But if you love competition, and you want that little creep up on the edge, maybe you want to do it. So y'all, now that the mic is warmed up, now that Patrick got us going, we're going to hop into the slam. The rest of the poets that you hear are actually competing, right? So judges, think about Patrick's poem. For the rest of these poems that you hear, if you like them better, score them higher. If you don't like it as much, score it accordingly. Now we're going to hop in. On deck, we have Ramona. But coming to the stage right now, all the way from wherever she's at, make some noise for Mildred!
Legend has it you'll never know where I am because I'm always up and about doing something random during anything. Yeah, that's fun. Anyway, I'll just
Wait, give me just a second so I can get you spotlighted.
Yep. All right.
All right, there we go.
So I titled this poem Marching Through Time. And yeah, I'll just perform it now. Marching. March forward, whether we like it or not. We are forced to. Unstoppable like time that we might never be able to stop. More time can't be bought. It will keep us marching forward, waving a flag of promise or dread in front of us. It makes us hopeful. As we fall into the 6-foot holes in the ground all dead and know we can't look out and look around. We just fall down in what they call our eternal sleep, watch everyone else weep, and we keep marching every day. And I often wonder why. I often ponder what motivation for living is. Is it the thought of not feeling a thing that scares me away, never being able to see, smell, hear, or touch? I won't be able to think. When we die, what does nothing look like? Is it all dark or no more light at day? But if we see dark, that means we see something. Maybe this is what makes death so unappealing. Such a simple concept of numbness that's so hard to process. Maybe it's the rainy days and the crunchy leaves in the fall. We experience life just through some parts of our brain, and our thoughts, nightmares lie there contained by closed mouths like a dam. If we were brain dead, we would basically feel nothing at all. Nothing will be able to stop walking forward with time. One way or another, everything someday will end. Every trace of us will be gone, and nobody will remember the time someone to lend you a pencil. Even your items with a lifetime warranty will have their own end. If everything ends, then is there a point of living? Is there really a reason to, or is this just based on our motivation to keep marching forward with the unstoppable time?
Nice. Snap it up, y'all. Snap it up. Make some noise for that poet whose location will forever be anonymous. Bomb, 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 bomb. Ooh, that was such a great way to start this open mic. And also, well, the slam. And also, Mildred's poem stuck to the theme. It was dark. Literally, because if we see darkness, then we see something. It was weird because the lifetime warranties outlive us and we outlive them. It was all the things. Guys, a wonderful way to start this poem. We're going to keep it moving. On deck, we got Elise. But coming to the stage right now, clap it up, shake your elbows, wiggle your ears for Ramona.
Give me a second to find her. Give me a second to find her.
Hello. Novelization. Open a novel. Moby Dick, War and Peace, Frankenstein. You read some lines on not understanding what you're reading. You say the writer has no idea how to write, but you're wrong. They know how to write, but you can't read right. You might read line for line like you should, but you need to add one new way to read. You need to read in between the lines. You need to feel how the writer feels. To really understand the story, and you pull it apart one at a time like Jenga. Pull the wrong spot at the wrong time, the whole thing falls apart and you have to restart and rebuild the story.
Nice. Snap it up, y'all. Snap it up. Ooh, that was dope. That was really dope. I heard like a lot of rhyming words in there. It sounded like it was kind of like a song. You got to read between the lines to understand the text, or otherwise you're going to be pulled apart like Jenga. Look at these poets poeing it up on a Tuesday. Okay, y'all, I'm really having fun here. Y'all are just incredible poets. We're going to keep this slam going. Judges, you know what to do. Get those scores in. Poets, sit back. Just relish in your awesomeness. Let's keep going. On deck, we got KO. But coming to the stage right now, grab a dog, eat a hot dog, but not in front of your dog because that will confuse your dog. But clap it up for Elise.
Elise was going, not me, right?
Yeah, Elise is not there.
Boom, boom. There we go.
God, I'm nervous. This is a poem I wrote a while ago. It's called Aftermath. Yeah. Once I controlled an army. Once I felt the pull. On my heart, on my soul. Pull, power. I had the world stretching on forever. I felt the universe resting on my shoulders. Surely you felt it too? The sticky sweet substance that drips down your throat, giving you life, giving you the world, like a spark in a midnight, a fire at dusk, lighting the way and leading the people. The fire blazed and showed the way to freedom, a rebellion that started a war, a fire that became an inferno. I had the world resting on my hands. I read like a book that explained the world. I read society, and I gave this information for free. But now, my people are rebelling against me, using my hope, using my dream, and fighting back instead of following my rules. Once I felt power. Once I felt love. Once I was in control. Once that gaping hole was filled. Once I controlled an army. But what happens when the weight on your shoulders grows too heavy to bear? What happens when the fire burns your empire to the ground? What happens when you feel regret? Regret for the smiles, regret for the love lost, regret for the unread pages of the book that explain the world, crumpling and burning and disappearing into ash, regret for the smoke swirling into the dark, empty sky, regret for the fire burning me alive. When you know that knowledge is like a fire, helpful and warm at first, then it roams out of control, and everybody knows they either have to flee or die. They either can be consumed by a flaring fire, like a battalion at war, and then you win. And you see millions of people you have unknowingly washed into oblivion. And the families, and the friends, and the loves crying for your blood. And you realize you feel regret. One night, one smile, and the world around you turns to ash. When your supposed enemy makes you feel regret. Life was once a narrative, poem, a book that gives you the secrets of the world. A story that stretches on forever. Now forever is over. Now my story will end. Now the tale is done, like a cold embers, where there used to be a blazing fire. I felt the lust for power, and then I felt regret for the worlds I've destroyed, and for the fire that I've washed out.
Woo! That poem was, wait for it, wait for it, fire!
Fire!
Oh, I couldn't wait to say that. Oh, I could not wait to say that. Oh, I had the world resting on my hands like a book, the feeling of regret like smoldering embers. I couldn't even keep up with all the amazing lines that was coming. And y'all, I love how in the chat, the poets are hyping each other up. Yes, yes, yes. A poetry slam is just a game to get people to listen to poetry. But remember, you want to hype each other up. You want to be like, ooh, I like that. You want to be like, I want to do something like that. You kids are so amazing. We're going to keep this slam going. We're going to keep this slam going. We are about halfway. No, we are halfway through the first round. So we got 3 more poets coming up in the first round. Judges, I do not envy your job. I really don't envy your job. On deck, we got Ruth. But coming to the stage right now, this poet is known as KO because their poems will knock your socks off into next Tuesday, and you got to go pick them up at August 16th at 3:43 p.m. So make some noise, clap it up for KO! Woo!
Hello. Mic check. Can you hear me?
We hear you.
A few weeks ago, my teacher Jamie asked the class a question. If you had a dream house, what would be in it? Anything that you could dream of in your wildest dreams would be in it. I know what you'd pick. A walk-in closet that your mom wants to fit all of her clothes and shoes. A bunk bed with a slide coming down it. A movie theater, a library, or a legendary backyard with a pool and a bouncy castle. Those are some of the things you would probably want. However, I think you misread the question. If you could have anything in a dream house, what would be in it? If I could have anything in my dream house, I would have a pet blue tiger with black stripes to keep me protected against any sort of robbery. The tiger's name would be Raja. My Raja, not Jasmine's, would have its own purpley yellow matched carpet to travel all around my home to keep me protected. In my cozy chill-out zone, there would be fluffy marshmallow floors and cloud walls with scented, floating lavender candles. It's Hogwarts, but no drama, no loud Quidditch games, no goblets of fires or deathly hollows, only magic. In the middle of the section, there would also be a flying hammock for me to release all of my stress into clouds of bubbles. In the cozy chill zone, there would also be a do not disturb room with thick, cloudy white walls and exterior with a jacuzzi. Nothing will be able to disturb me. I won't even need to worry about my friends texting at 10 p.m. bragging about the score they got on a test. The cozy chill zone is wonderful of magic and has all some of the best things to chillax on. When you're exiting the cozy chill zone, go to the end of the hall and make a left. Now you have officially entered the crazy hangout adventure world. You want hoverboards? We got it. Wish you had a big arcade right in your home? We have one. Want to feel inevitable by snapping your fingers with the infinity gauntlet? We can get one. Wait, only if you promise that you won't erase half the population. Well, as you can see the crazy hangout and the wildest adventure in the tables, let's go upstairs now. Remember the cozy chill zone? That section is actually for anyone and everyone who just needs to unwind. For people who are suffering from serious mental health issues to people who just need a day to relax. Remember when I was talking about the crazy hangout adventure world? That's actually supposed to be for anyone I just talked about, but instead of a quiet, cozy place, these people need to have a little bit of fun and laughter into their lives. A place where everyone can find happiness, one of the most key ingredients for an amazing life. The kitchen would have a never-ending pantry for all of the men, women, and children who don't have enough food to eat and are starving every single day. I made sure that there would be enough beds for every single person out there who needs a home and a warm, comfy bed to sleep in for the rest of their life. I know there would be a lot of different people in this house, so lastly, I would be 1,000% committed that this is a friendly, safe place for anyone, no matter what they look like, how old they are, or what they believe in. Everyone will respect one another. So now I've told you what I would want in my dream house. Have you changed your mind about what you want in yours? Thank you.
Ooh, we are snap it up. Ooh, that poem. I led that writing workshop. Yeah, I don't remember the poem being that dope, so it's always nice when poems come back around. Because you had me at the pet blue tiger with black stripes named Raja, right? I was like, okay, I'm on board. I'm here. I'm ready to go. And then you had me again when you were talking about Hogwarts, but without being as dangerous as Hogwarts, because Hogwarts, they need better security, y'all. Like, they got better security at the Capitol. America. And then you had me again at the end talking about the food pantry and I love that dream house. Y'all, we are going to keep going. We have 2 more people in this first round, and then we're going to have a sacrifice, and then we're going to go to the second round. So, on deck, the last poet of the first round, we have Kai. But coming up to the stage right now, this poet is ruthless. Well, not really, because their name is
Hi, thank you, Jamie. Wow. Okay, can everyone hear me?
We can hear you just fine.
Okay. A few years ago at school, I was looking at a book. It was a survival guide, and I thought it was cool, so I decided to start reading it, even though on the cover it said it was for boys. There was a section in the back about girls, how to deal with them. I was curious. I needed to see how correct this was. They said girls won't be impressed by your wizard video game playing skills. Seemed pretty specific, but hey, one of my favorite things to do is play video games. And for the wizard part, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Not really liking this section? Yeah, shut the book. Now, that's all based off some assumptions. It seems like this is what girls are always supposed to be. Number 1, always happy. Even if you're not, just pretend to be. 2, you're always fine, there's no problems, it's all good. Even if there are, pretend there aren't. You don't want to be a problem to anyone else. 3, always be so amazingly polite to everyone and always look up to your superiors. 4, always look your best. And remember, you need everyone to approve of your looks. It doesn't matter what you think. Yeah, really got us all planned out, huh? This is a problem. I don't like it. It doesn't roll with me. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to accept everything, but no, I can't accept this. That's not what I am or any girl I know for that matter is. So I don't understand that this is why this is what we're supposed to act like. I don't like pink, I don't like purple or big fluffy dresses. This queen doesn't want a unicorn, and I don't want to live in some fairy tale castle and be rescued by my Prince Charming. If anyone's going to do any rescuing around here, it's going to be me. Okay. I'm supposed to be all those things I said before, but I don't want to be, and I'm not going to be. So you can make all the assumptions you want, but I'm not going to be them, and that's okay. That's okay with me, and that's all the consent I need. Thank you.
Boom, snap it up, y'all. Snap it up. That's okay with me. And that is all the consent I need. That right there is a bar. I'm a rapper. I like saying bars when things are really dope. That right there is a bar. I can see that on a coffee mug. I can see that on a sticker. I can see that in somebody's head, right? And I love that everybody is just like hyping it up in the chat. Like, yes, show this love. Wow out for each other. I will rap after the round is over. So on deck, we got the sacrifice of the second round. I guess we also have me doing a short rap before that. But coming to the stage right now, we have the last person in the first round. This person will come up. They will perform a poem that will make you feel like Link felt when he first got the Triforce back in 1946. I don't think it was that long ago, but you get the point. You're gonna feel powerful. You're gonna feel wisdom. You're gonna feel courageous. Clap it up. Snap it up. Do not hug a baby shark. Give it up for a car. Woo!
Can everyone hear me?
We can hear you.
Well, the trolley problem. An age-old philosophical question in which the conductor has to make a choice between killing one person and killing many. In which the flick of a switch will decide the fate of 6 people chained to the tracks at the fork in the road, in which time is everything, in which time is running out, in which splat. Blood splashes through the window like mud on a rainy day. People gasp at your decision to wait, to stop, to think as life crumbles down around you and you begin to sink as sirens wail in the distance, and you start to think, make out what you could have done better, could have killed one person instead of the 5 that you could hit, could have acted faster, sooner, could have prevented the whole thing from happening, the trolley problem. An age-old philosophical question that you hope would never happen to you, in which you have to value the lives of people in your palms, weigh their deeds in a matter of seconds, and rip their souls away from their flattened bodies lying behind you on the tracks, the trolley problem. A philosophical question in which you have to stop, think, but still act fast and make a decision in the nick of time before the blood of the innocent weighs on your conscience, in which the line is blurred between the fault of guilt and guilt by association, in which splat. You're in a room. There are no windows on the walls, just one exposed bulb on the ceiling to cast light over the controls of a remote plane with 20 people aboard. 20 people living their lives, heading on a vacation to Hawaii, and 20 people about to crash into another plane unless you self-destruct this one, another plane that could have hundreds on it or maybe none at all. You have to make a choice between the lives of 20 people or the possibility of many more, between a variable of 250 possible outcomes or 20 human lives weighed in your grasp. The plane problem, a question in which you have to make a hard choice between everything you can change in the nick of time, in which lives rest in your hands, and in which guilt by association can feel worse than flicking the switch, hitting the button, pulling the imaginary trigger, in which you stop. Contemplate life, try to assess your moral values, and fail over and over and over again, the trolley problem. An age-old philosophical question in which there's no right answer, and yet we'll never stop trying to find one.
Snap it up, y'all. Snap it up. Ooh, wee. This first round, it was deep. It was dark. It was weird. It was philosophical. It was amazing. All of these poets came out and did exactly what they were supposed to, but we're not done. We got a second round coming. Mike, check your messages for me. Mike, check your messages for me. So on deck, we got the sacrifice for the second round. I'm so excited for this sacrifice because this poet has been a part of the Spark Poetry family for I don't even know how many years. This poet has done incredible things, being on the Spark Fire team, being on another team, competing with other teams in the Bay Area. I can't even tell you how amazing this next poet is. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little quick rap. I'm going to go ahead and do a little quick rap, you know what I mean? Because this poet also asked me to do a little quick rap. And then this poet is gonna come up and bless the mic, and then we're gonna hop back into the second round. Judges, remember, you don't have to score my rap, but do score the sacrifice for the second round. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna give y'all this verse that's not really new, but it's new-ish. So here we go. I've been running this game like a track meet because I make the crowd jump like athletes. You catch me rolling through your city, yeah, that's me. You want to know something, then ask me because knowledge is free. Well, it should be. See, I can tell you about your dreams who you could be, or I can tell you about the schemes, how they looking, waiting for your hand to get caught with a cookie. You see, I'm not like these other rookie rappers who get caught up with the laugh and the chatter. Way better. I'm about ready, pull it out and make everybody head splatter. Have you ever seen brain matter? Oh, you haven't? Then close your eyes. It's about to get tragic. Someone please protect the kids. They do not want to witness this. I'm back on my like I clean up at the rodeo. I'm top shelf at the. You're just some regular oregano. Don't never say I never told you so. I'm heaven sent with a devil flow. I'm a boss like a CEO. Call shots like a free throw. To anyone getting at my spot, it's one thing you should know, and it's that I'm living how Godzilla lives, breathing fire, stumping villages. Ain't nobody really real as this. Stay spitting. Ain't nobody really real as this. Stay spitting lyrical syndicates. All my songs are my greatest hits. Cause my talent is tremendous. If you thought I would fall off, I'm balancing. And this here ain't even a challenge. Woo! I got messed up because I was looking at like all the love that I was getting in the comments. And like, I've done that verse a lot of times. I can kind of do it with my eyes closed, but reading while doing it was completely different. So on deck, we got the second round. And the first poet in the second round will be KO. But coming to the stage right now, make a lot of noise, make a lot of fires, put out the fires because Smokey the Bear is very disappointed in you. Make some noise for Dima! Woo, 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 woo.
Smokey the Bear is disappointed in you guys. Just kidding. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna turn my camera off because it gets a little glitchy. First of all, I'm sorry I'm a little late. I was in school and then I got out and I like ran to the car, like trying to log on to Zoom through my phone, like driving, like drive faster and get out of my car, running to my room, like out of my way, I got a poetry slam to go to. But I'm here now. Honestly, no, again, like I just can't get enough of Spark, dude. I love you guys. And I think that if I hadn't beat Mike in a alliteration game the first day of poetry in 5th grade, then I wouldn't be here. So sorry, Mike. Okay.
I'm not going to admit that happened.
You don't remember, but it did. It's okay. We'll talk about that later.
Team Peace. Team Peace.
My sacrificial poem. I tried to incorporate a little bit of philosophical elements into it just for the sake of the prompts. So let me just pull this up and then all right, I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Okay. The best remedy for second home sudden culture shock. Number 1, go to a wedding. Watch as the vibrant array of gowns, hijabs, and heavy perfumes file through an equally vibrant plaza, dotted with plastic flowers twice as pretty as the women, but not half as fake. 2, smell the wafting chemicals from the smoke machine as the bride and groom slow dance through artificial fog, straight out of a Taylor Swift music video. Sweet as syrup and twice as sappy. 3, let the taste of fatarish and cheap hummus be painkiller and relax your face into an entertained smile, enjoying non-alcoholic date juice from a bougie wine glass because, well, this is buena. Number 4, listen to the deafening speakers, bring your heart rate to a more relaxed rhythm. 5, feel the sweat peeling away your nervous shivers as you wade through the dance floor to clap along with the crowd. Familiar grins, bouncing up and down, unwinding. Laughing bride, a rare scene. blushing groom, a common one. The dance floor, a place where I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but the only place where I feel like I do. And why I chose to sit on the broken plastic chair, I don't know, but the dance floor was inviting enough to lure me out of it, two-step my way into the direction of smirks and success. And I asked myself, can achieving nothing make a person happy? Adrenaline smiles, tears of joy smiles, fake smiles, tired of being fake smiles. So fake it's tightened up a knot in a sour knot, staining your face and everyone can spot your distaste smiles. Hey, at least people look like they're enjoying themselves. And that's green tea and honey enough for me. Petty judging frowns scattered across the tables are a common symptom that no medicine can change, but that's okay. We're all sick here, and to heal everyone would take an eternity, starting from 1948. And that's all I got so far. Also, Jamie, your freestyle, or I don't know if it was a freestyle or if it was rehearsed, but that was fire. Keep doing that.
No, you keep doing what you doing because I was not this dope at poetry when I was in high school. So like y'all are just Spark Poetry is doing something right because y'all are always amazing. And every time I hear like people who've been in the program for like a couple of months, like there's so much growth. And then you see people who've been in it for their second year and they're like very confident. And then you see people who've been doing it for like 4 or 5 years and you're just like, man, when I was your age, I was just reading manga. And I still read manga, but like, wow, that was amazing. That was really amazing. I'm like, I can't even. Anyway, y'all, judges, score that poem accordingly. Remember, we're hopping into the second round. If you like the poems more, score them higher. If you don't like them as much, score accordingly. In the first person going in the second round, actually on deck, we got Elise. Elise, you are coming up second, but coming up to the mic right now. This person, they knocked your socks off last round, but your socks, it hurt the poems, coming back. So the socks traveled backwards in time, slipped up your feet, patched the little hole that was by your ankle just to be here today. So make some noise for Kate. Oh!
Hey. Nice introduction, Jamie. Spotlight. All right, hello. Can everyone hear me? Mic test.
We hear you.
I wish I were a scientist so I could understand my life better. Some days I wonder, why do I even have a life? Why does my life end? Why am I scared of the end? Whatever that is. Why did I not read the directions clearly? If I read the directions better, I would have gotten an A instead of a C on that test. Maybe I could just put all my fears of failing in a test tube to create a solution. I could figure out how to... I could figure out how to evaporate scaredness and anxiety and make happiness precipitate and fall down on me just like a shower. If I was a scientist, maybe, just maybe, some of my questions would turn into answers. The fog by my window would now be as bright as day. I would finally be able to find my pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I would not have to waste my precious time on Earth wondering. Just wondering. I could take my chemistry set, sitting on my shelf, and do some experience to find out why I spent countless hours scrolling through my YouTube, even when I promised myself that I'm going to exercise and practice guitar instead of being a total couch potato. It's scary knowing some questions will always remain questions, and the unknown is terrifying. It really is. I spent countless times thinking, just thinking, what, who, why, when, how am I going to find the truth? But like I said before, some questions will always remain as questions. It's scary thinking about the what ifs in life, but you're always going to have questions that may not always be answered. Maybe we should stop worrying and thinking about the mystery and just take the time to live the best out of each moment I get. Besides, we only get one life, one childhood, and one chance to make the world a better place. What are you going to do with your one experiment?
Snap it up, y'all. Snap it up. Clap it up. I want you to really ask yourself that question. What are you doing to make the world a better place? Are you giving out extra scoops of ice cream at the Ben and Jerry's that you work at? Are you releasing all the animals who are being tested on for products that nobody really needs? You figure it out. You tell me what you're doing. Anyway, judges, I do not envy your job. I really don't. It's so easy being the host because I just have fun. I hype people up, and I would be doing that anyway. But y'all got to do math. So anyway, we're going to hop back into the slam. On deck, we got Kai. Coming to the stage right now. Snap it up, clap it up, make some noise. Go light a candle because I know that this is going to be fire for Ali.
Hi. Wildfire. A slightly more abstract preschool to aftermath. A battlefield. A broken warrior. A broken leader. A broken logic. A broken me. Who? Betrayal. Which? Warrior. Leader. Hurt. Who? Me. Leader. Warrior. So broken. Loser. Alive. Shell. Broken. Inside. Dead. I am not dead. The warrior is dead. Inside. Screaming. Stars. Begging. Broken. Dead. Difference. Fiend. Friend. Enemy. Scheme. Schemer. Blood. Blood of revenge. Red. Revenge. Return. Returning revenge. Anger. Why? Guilt. Good. Traitor. Who? Me? Leader. Warrior. Me? Leader. Warrior. Warrior. Arose. Beautiful. Broken. Thorns. Stab. Blood. Pain. Stars. Dead. Revenge. Coming. Protecting. 3. I. Protector of leader. Not protector of self. Not protector of warrior. Warrior. Rose. Broken. Rose. Thorns. Stab. Dead. Dead. Myself. Broken. Leader. Mourn. My warrior. Traitor. Screaming. Stars. Warrior lives to scheme. I lie in wait. Logic plots behind. I am forever loyal. My leader stands stronger, more powerful, more evil. His army loyal. I am loyal. His war, his rebellion, our spark, his wildfire.
Snap it up, y'all. Snap it up. What did I say? Didn't I tell you to get your candles? Didn't I tell you to get your candles? Because that was fire. That was a wildfire. And I knew that that poem was going to be so amazing. I see some comments in the chat, people saying that they like the performance style. I also like the performance style. There was a lot of really cool things going on. So shout out to that poet. There's a certain name for that style, but I forgot what it, I think it's
Staccato.
Yeah, see? Staccato. See? Me and Patrick were on that. We're there. So like, I don't even think that, I'm not sure. I don't think me or Mike taught that poetry trick. So the fact that you just went there, amazing. So y'all, we're going to keep it going. On deck, we got Ruthless Ruth. She's not ruthless. She's actually very sweet. But coming to the stage right now, you know this person. You love this person. Make some noise for Kai! Woo!
Let's go, Kai.
Can everyone hear me again? I don't have a very good memory, unless it's for food. I can remember the sweet potato tempura roll that I ate when I was 2 at a random sushi place in Houston, Texas. I can remember that when I was 3, I ate ice cream for the first time at a parlor in Ashland, Oregon, and it tasted like the warm feeling on a sweet summer day. I remember that when I was 4, we drove across the country, and in the mornings I would eat waffles at the hotels with the little Hilton logos in the middle and the syrup that comes out of those little packets that you really need 2 or 3 of for the whole waffle. Now, what I don't remember is people. Their faces blend together like melted crayons on a canvas. Their voices spin in a circle, echoing and repeating until they're all the same. Names flow out my throat and stick to my tongue like a Venus flytrap, trapped in the words I didn't get to say before it was too late. I had a few people that taught me so much in the first few years of my life. My mom, my dad, and April. April taught me so much about life, fun, and everything in between. She taught me how to enjoy nature, to run on the beach and free from anything that was going on in my life, and how to climb a tree without being afraid to fall. She taught me games and fun and how to get back up when I fell down. She taught me so much about everything. And yet I never knew much about her. And then time ran out. On January 25th, 2018, everything stopped. I remember she used to love games. Which ones I couldn't tell you, but I don't think it really mattered as long as we had fun. I remember fearlessly climbing a kumquat tree at their house and eating the fruit at the top and feeling like the hero of my own story when I was really living in hers. I remember that when she came to my house in a thunderstorm to tell us to put down the wireless Wii controller because we were going to get electrocuted. And I remember when it happened, it was like waking up from a good dream just to realize that the blankets fell off you in the night and you're freezing. And that you have to get up. And yeah, I didn't cry. I just froze. My mind working slower like the gears were clogged with a warm feeling on a sweet summer day that would never come. I remember scrambling to remember the memories that I so often forget, and I don't have a very good memory. Less it's for things that I would rather forget. Like that day at the hospice, walking up to realize that my life will never be the same again, to the touch of the covers on my skin so warm and inviting, piercing into my mind so cold and far away like the shock of loss. Or wait, is that just the Wii controller and I don't have a very good memory? So I hold tight to the things I want to remember most, write them down in Google Docs, and sometimes just take the time to know that I will always remember the lessons she taught me. Like how to run towards my problems, climb a tree so that I can see the world around me, and how to live my own story.
Nice, y'all, snap it up. Kai coming through with the imagery, with the vulnerability, with the metaphors, with the everything. That poem was really, really amazing, y'all. And I don't even want to that was just amazing. Mike, have you seen the message I sent you?
I can do that. I can do that.
Thank you.
All right, let's just, where am I? How do I spotlight myself? I am really glad to be here listening to all these youth, because somebody once recently asked me, what is your favorite part of the things that you do every day and being a teacher? And I said, it's really cool teaching a workshop, teaching a lesson, and then the students do amazingly, they kill the lesson, set it on fire, and I'm impressed. But then there's some days where I walk into a classroom, virtual or real, and somebody's like, hey, Mike, I was working on this other poem on the side. It wasn't a lesson, it wasn't part of a workshop, it wasn't part of class, but can you take a look at it? Or, Mike, I wrote this thing on my own because this thing was on my mind. And I've heard so many of these poems today that didn't start in a class. It started where these kids were thinking about something and wrote something. And I really enjoy hearing those poems that they make on their spare time. It's amazing. It's amazing. We just heard from Kai. On deck, we have Ramona. But coming to the stage right now, please give it up for Ruth.
Hi, thank you. So I've used this poem before a couple of times, but since it's the last time of the summer, I wanted to use it. Okay, can everyone hear me? Gonna guess.
We hear you.
We can hear you.
Welcome to Cafe America, where all people are treated equally. At least that's what I've been told. We only go by reservation here, so if you chose our outdoor seating and look up, you can see smog in the air. And if you chose indoor dining, please don't worry about the cracks due to fracking. Now please, take a seat. Note we will not serve anyone who has anything but glowing white skin and is anything but heterosexual. For our specialty cocktail today, we have oil spilling into the ocean. It's so good that it never leaves you. Now, we have two options for your appetizers, either racism or sexism. We've been serving these two since we opened. Next, for your main course, we have a very large selection of hoaxes and conspiracy theories for you to choose from, or you can make up your own. We'll add it to the menu. If you choose to have a side dish, you can select from a list of endangered animals. This could be your last chance. For dessert, an all-you-could-eat buffet of anything money can buy, we choose not to tell you about the work conditions behind these foods' production or the chemicals behind its growing. I'm supposed to inform you that the site our restaurant is on belonged to native tribes, but don't worry, we dealt with that by following our traditions and pushing them out of their homeland. But it was for our customers, so that's okay. And remember, Cafe America is, and always will be, the best. Thank you.
Nice. Snap it up, y'all. Snap it up. Woo! These students did not come to play. Did not come to play. And like I said in the chat, I'm saying this again because for the folks watching on the YouTube at home, hi, I'm talking to you, Grandma. You didn't see in the chat when I put that poem is always classic, is timeless because it's always relevant, unfortunately. So, y'all, we got two more poets left in this slam. On deck, we got the last poet of the last slam of the summer in 2021. Don't worry. We're going to have more things during the school year. We're going to have more things over the next summer. Stay tuned, y'all. Spark Poetry, you know where we at. But on deck, we got Mildred coming to the stage right now. Clap it up. Make some noise. Act like you just won $1 million just for existing. Give it up for Ramona. Woo!
I redid Paul Revere's Midnight Ride. I rewrote the poem, I guess. Somehow I did the exact same. Okay. Listen, children, you shall hear of the Midnight Ride of Paul Revere. 18th of April in 75. Lanterns lit and horses cry. Paul Revere in midnight black racing along the trees. The horse moving past the grove, followed by the path down below. The Middlesex village awakens their fright, but they grab their weapons, ready to fight.
Nice. Snap it up, y'all. Snap it up. Ramona coming in hot. Coming through with the delivery. Coming in with the pow, 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 pow. Woo! So, y'all, on deck, we got a surprise. Because I like to surprise y'all. It's the last slam of the summer. Why not? I got a surprise. But coming to the stage right now, this is the last poet of the last slam that we will have this year. So if you have any ounce of reserved energy, I want you to clap it up for this poet. I want you to show some love for this poet. I want you to go bananas in the chat for this poet. Make some noise for Mildred! Woo!
Oh, that's me. Nice. Anyway, back onto my poem, I guess my performance. So I named this poem Build Up, and basically this is what it's, yeah, I'm just gonna perform it again. This one, this is a new one actually. Break down, build up, take down, upset, take pain, shut up, break veins, glow up, teen gears grow up, calling them queens to one up. Now everyone wants to line up. This isn't just the girls, it isn't just the boys. They try to make themselves look like plastic doll toys. Yeah, it's their choice, I guess. I hope they still feel better when in a few years time changes and the way they appear seems to not be ideal, looking like you're on steroids or a reflection of a fun house mirror. Putting the empowering on surgeries to make it seem more of an appeal. Media's promoting this to make it feel like it should be all normal to reel in people who don't feel good enough for the standard. The standards only get harder and harder to reach. The ideas in minds like a leech, so get up. Don't take the pain of the trend. Let's just speak up. No injuries, no surgeries, just comfort and acceptance. No need to be a grown up and feel burned inside.
Nice. Ooh, bars, delivery, fire, ice, water, air, sand, elements, earth, love. That was everything, y'all. That was everything. This was such an exciting slam. This slam was so amazing. Judges, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. But I told y'all I got a surprise for y'all, right? This is the last slam of this summer. So I got a surprise. You heard this poet earlier, but I'm going to welcome them back because they are so amazing, because they constantly show up in the Spark Poetry family, right? I want to welcome up this poet again to just set the mic on fire. Dima, what you got for us?
I am back. I got a short thing I wrote over the summer that I think oops. I would like to start my video, but I'm afraid that if I turn it on and my microphone with this Chromebook, it's just gonna crash because that's happened in the past before. Is that all right?
Yeah, you're fine. You want to leave the camera off? I trust your instincts.
Okay, just worried that's gonna glitch in the middle of my words. Like, this little short thing, I have a feeling it's gonna resonate to all the younger students in this Zoom call right now. So I just think it's appropriate in the situation. Okay, July 12th, 9 p.m. Growing up, confused, puberty, reserved, bipolar, quiet, trying to find your personality. These are all terms they tried to label on us explorers. I'm just a flower that hasn't bloomed yet, but let's ditch the cliche. I'm not just stuck in my head. I'm just waiting for the extroverted fairy dancing in this glass bottle of my head to finally break free, go outside, be productive, fly around and do my thing instead of dreaming about it. Throw that pixie dust in the air and watch everyone dance around it. Till then, I'll stop worrying, gather around with the family, put my manners away, and enjoy myself again. To my future me, I hope she understands why I mumble when I speak, and that when she's grown out of it, it'll all be nonsense. And that's it. Short but sweet.
I was on mute, y'all. I was on mute. My bad. My bad. Snaps up for that wisdom, right? Sharing that beautiful, amazing, great wisdom. Mike just hit me up. Mike said that he needs 2 minutes to do some math. Question. You guys want to hear a rap or a poem? Mildred says rap. Ooh, I love Dima saying whatever I'm feeling. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to think of raps that you guys haven't heard before. How does that one go again? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Hold on. It's been a minute since I rapped on the beat, so I came back to this beat just to prove they ain't messing with me. I'm still a beast because I snap passionately and I'm persuasive too. Young brother out here making moves, raising a system where we were made to lose. I use my tools to face the bare rules of the nonsense. I'm bulletproof. Truth be told, you're looking now. I'm your man in the booth. Now hold up. See, this the welcome back track. And I remember days going to school with the little black book in my backpack, writing raps at the lunch table. Brother made the beat and now I'm going ham at the lunch table. Man, I don't even want your favor. Put your pens down, don't even touch it later because I'm back on the throne now. And when I start rapping again, it feels like I'm home now. I should be walking around with an all black robe now with the 2 dragons all gold. How does it feel to be rich? I don't know because I'm still struggling to pay rent because it's real out here in Richmond. See, I'm just trying to help my mama and these kids. kids. So when you're faced with the barrels of the BS2, it's inevitable. I'm asking, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna freeze up and then play the fool? Or are you gonna plan ahead and then pay your dues? I'm the latter. I've been climbing up the ladder. You the aforementioned it. I forget to mention that every time I speak, I commanded your attention, and I've been waiting for this beat. I'm physically itching, so when I sat down and wrote, I knew I would kill it. Got everybody waiting like, dang, when he gonna finish? Now hold up. They saying welcome home. And ask me where I've been at. Yeah, I've been gone for a minute. I've been taking my time. I ain't been writing no raps, but now I'm back on the throne, ready to rule the whole world of rap. Without further ado, this is my reintroduction. I'm gonna call this the welcome back track. Look, I ain't gotta rap about truthfully, it's something that I ain't never did. I'd rather tell the truth and spit on how I really live. Positivity and love that I choose to give out. If someone looking at me with their hands out, I'ma lift them up instead of kicking them down. Cause that happens too much. So young with so much time, yet we're still in the rush. Let's pick up some books, put down the drugs. Let's use our minds to reform the slums. We ahead of our time, but they still call us dumb. Hold up. They couldn't comprehend my melanin's intelligence. And all these new rappers got me like, the heck is this? Through all that mumbling, are you even making sense? You see, these rappers ain't humble when they ain't making sense. What's even worse, they're on the platform in front of kids. I want the kind of music out that make them think again, and then do soul search and find the strength within, and then go home and tell their mama and their friends, like I'm expressive and honestly a better man. I'm resilient and happy with who I am. Everyone needs a little bit of help and acceptance. The secrets of the universe are so compelling. What's gonna happen once the route ain't no telling? But it's your story, who better than you to tell it? And your Spark, make some noise if you got the message. So that's that song. Usually I only do the first verse. Very rarely do I actually share the whole song. If I had my speaker, I would have put the instrumental that goes behind it. But it's the last day of the summer. I was like, I'm going to give them something they heard before, and then give them that second part that you probably didn't hear. So thank you all so much. I cannot stress enough how amazing, how wonderful you all are. I started writing poetry when I was, I don't know, 14, 15. And the fact that you guys are writing now at 10, at 12, at 13, you guys are just killing the game. And by the time you guys are me and Mike's age, y'all are already going to be bigger superstars than you are now. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Mike.
Thank you so much for coming through, for being here. Before I announce scores, I wanted to thank people, because like this show could not come together without all of your input, your help. Patrick and Jamie both did workshops throughout the summer. So thanks so much for dropping in consistently all summer to spend some time with these students. To help recruit the judges, I want to give a shout out to the judges that came through, because it's hard to have a poetry slam without a judge, and it is not an easy job. But thank you so much, Cami and Alexis and Bree and Lene, for all coming through to judge this poetry slam. We are sponsored by the parents. Thanks so much for signing your students up and supporting your students in their journey as writers and creative thinkers. In the students today performing were both from the Hayward School District and Pacific School District that sponsor us to go into classrooms every day. I have the best job. I really have the best job, because I'm kicking it with these students. And this coming school year that's about to get kicked off, I want to give like a huge like congratulations, but then also farewell. Jamie's been teaching with us for the past 4 years now, 5 years now. And it has been a ride. It has been a ride with Jamie teaching. And he's now running his own, as a classroom teacher, running his own performance class, arts and performance. I don't know how to say it.
I'm gonna be a theater teacher at a high school.
Which I think is dope. So congratulations, but thank you for all the everything that you've put into Spark with lessons development. And then I also want to say, like, another welcome, we have Patrick going into the Pacific school districts. And he's the lead teacher in this district and kind of carrying on the torch to keep to keep arts and spoken word and poetry and slam and all the events that we've been doing for 13 years alive and running in the Pacifica program. So thank you so much for that. And y'all want to hear scores? Are we at a slam? I don't know if we had a slam. Y'all want to hear scores? First, let me, I'm going to announce the runner-up, which is in 4th place, followed by the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. So runner-up. Oh, y'all also get like hoodies and stuff, but everybody stay after this, because some people that might not have scored will also get those hoodies and stuff like that. So runner-up with a 50.2. Please give it up for Mildred. Give it up for Mildred. And that's a hard thing to do in the A slot going first. Next up in 3rd place with a 51.2. With a 51.2. Give it up for KO. Knocking 3rd place out. Give it up for KO. Now, this isn't the Olympics, but I'm still gonna read 2nd place. Standing in the 2nd place bracket thing, podium. With a 52, we have Ruth. Give it up for Ruth. Give it up for Ruth. Both Mildred, KO, and Ruth, this is all their first year in the Spark Poetry program, and they're showing up hard. But in 1st place, this dude is a general. This person has been around the block with the Spark Poetry program. So please, I want you to welcome, give an applause for in 1st place with a 54.1. We have Kai with a 54.1. Before I take it away, Patrick or Jamie, was there anything that I've missed? Was there anything I've missed that can still be said?
Check out the Yeet the Wheat going on in the comment section right now? Like me and Ramona have been going back and forth, adding little rhymes to Yeet the Wheat, and it is amazing. It is amazing.
The comment section is like low-key lit every single time, and they're like, Mike, you gotta read it back. It was hilarious. Aside from like poetry, sometimes I like these like events and stuff because like I'm not just trying to build people that like words. I want to build I want us to all be building this community together. That we can laugh and joke and tell stupid, corny puns. So thank you for being a part of that. I'm gonna say farewell, but thank you so much.
I just wanted to say thank you for letting me judge, and that all the kids did a great job. I was blown away that your ages were so young. I thought you were all in high school, and you did a great job. So please keep writing and performing. Thank you for allowing me to judge.
Awesome. Thank you very much as well. I'm going to say goodbye, but I'll see you at the next event. The next event that we have is the First Shot Slam. It's going to be in October. First Shot Slam right at the beginning of October. Y'all have a really great rest of your day. Poets, stay on for a bit. All right, we are